I am the woman at Michael's with 3 expired coupons, Yvonnedeculo.
Oh, I hate her. And I'm the beleaguered cashier who just can't understand why she won't go away, Jgluum.
And welcome to the Victory Lap, where we will be discussing the most recent episode of Season 10 of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Judy.
Why must you keep doing that?
It's my Miss Vanjie.
Speaking of Ms. Vanjie, we skipped last week a Ms. Vanjie reference because they were building up for the best Ms. Vanjie. This week, Ru was on the main stage and started walking backwards just like a tad and said Ms. Vanjie, and then almost fell over laughing so hard.
It was the best Miss Vanjie.
It was art. So we are still in top 6. No one went home last week. Aquaria wishes it was top 5, and honestly I'm kind of feeling the same way. I appreciate when a queen gets another chance to stay and slay, but at the same time I want this ball to keep rolling. So the mini challenge is like this weird little blend of the All Stars 1 challenge where they had to take manly photos, and then the perfume challenge in season 5. So they had to like create a character to sell, trade this like buff manly man stank, which just makes me nauseous. I just don't like bad smells. I don't like BO. I don't enjoy it. So like the whole concept of this mini challenge is kind of disgusting to me, like the idea of like this gross trade boy. But with that, none of the queens really like embodied what I wanted. Cameron was definitely serving me the look, but was not serving me any personality. Whereas Eureka was definitely serving me tons of personality, but not quite the look that I wanted.
I'm really tired of her winning everything using her crass southern character. Much like I got really tired in All Stars of Shanji winning everything using her fallback character. I understand it's you know, it's your trick in the bag. At a certain point, I don't understand why it keeps getting rewarded. I want variety.
You want versatility?
I want versatility. I want to see them try something new. I'm gonna use Sharon Needles as an example. Sharon's shtick is that a haunted house.
That was Mags. But she only did that so much. She
Right.
didn't do it often.
Exactly. She varied it up. And if
she did it when she was required to do it, but she didn't do it all the time.
But for everything else, she found something new. She found a different character to do. Jinx is also the same way. I want to see versatility. For me, it was like, shock and surprise. She pulled out another mullet redneck. Yeehaw.
So moving on from this little rant here, Eureka did win the challenge, which means that she got to distribute the boys for the main challenge. Now the main challenge is a makeover. So these were all social media boys, as we talked about last week.
Kings of social media.
Influencers, if you will. I hate that term. Can I just say that?
I'm an influencer. I'm kind of a big deal on the internet, and so I have influence over like people.
So Eureka got to distribute all of these boys to the queens, and she was thinking strategy, like who is going to knock these queens down, which is so underhanded and dirty.
It's playing a competitive game.
Sure.
But I will contrariwise that I almost feel like the only person she legitimately tried to sabotage was Aquaria.
And she was doing it based, people are speculating that she did it based off the color of Kingsley's skin and Aquaria's skin. And people have say things about her and her opinions about other people that seem evident, but I'm not gonna go into that. I'm not gonna spread rumors. I'm not gonna spread lies, but you can find them on Twitter.
She flat out said, I'm gonna give Aquaria Kingsley because it's gonna be the biggest challenge. Kingsley has a good face for drag. There's nothing looking at Kingsley that you would say that one's gonna be hard to make over. Except if you're going to give the African-American social media king to probably the palest, whitest queen currently in the competition. I take issue.
The other thing that I didn't like about this episode was that we even focused for like half a second on Frankie Grande's hoo-has. I could have gone my entire life without ever I could have gone my whole life without seeing that or hearing about that or anything. And then the additional challenge was that they had to do like a mini music video to Charisma, Uniqueness, Nerve, and Talent. And it was like, you've seen Utada Hikaru's video where she's doing Hikari, right? And she's like sitting there like washing dishes, and it was very that.
This was right up there for me with
the Little Women interpretive dance.
Why? What does this accomplish? I would have rather have not had that and been given like a fuller runway versus a snapshot.
So the challenge was to create a strong family resemblance.
Snooch for the gods.
No. So RuPaul looked absolutely stunning.
I love.
Which is more than we can say for some of the queens. So with this strong family resemblance, the thing on this runway that kind of irked me was that Asia got praised for her strong family resemblance when she literally just created a not as great version of the jacket that she already owned.
Yeah, there was maybe a we shop in the same store resemblance.
No, that was like Forever 21 and Great Value.
One of the big things for me when it comes to a family resemblance, I feel like you can get away with a lot by doing the same eye.
Mm-hmm.
Do your signature eye and eyebrow on somebody, and you can, all the rest almost doesn't matter. You just need to recreate your eye on somebody, because a big part of what a drag look is that eye.
Well, the eye is the window to your hole.
And so Asia didn't do that, and so I didn't see the resemblance.
Conversely, they really read Monet the house down boots because she just was wearing a green dress. And I don't remember what Tyler's drag name was, but Tyler was just wearing a green dress.
Change.
I thought they actually looked more like than Asia and America did, if I'm being completely honest. Like,
yeah.
I get that it was like, oh, you just have the hair and then glasses and the green dress, but like, I thought that Monet doesn't have like really crazy signature makeup. Like,
right.
She has like a face that works for her. She doesn't need a lot of makeup to look really pretty. I thought she did a good job at like photocopying that onto Short Change. Obviously, they are completely different skin tones.
Yeah.
They're not gonna look like they came out of the same womb. But I thought that she did a good job at making them look alike. And then she gave them everything they wanted. She gave them the big hair, she gave them the proportions. So it almost seemed like that Max thing where it's like, you did what the judges were asking you, and then you went home.
I personally would have asked Tyler if he could have done the runway without the glasses. I don't think they were able to get past the glasses and actually look at the makeup, is almost what I felt like is what happened.
Sure.
Plus, I also felt like, from a transformative sense, the minute he put those glasses back on, because they were his glasses.
Oh, okay.
Those were his square glasses so he could see.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's...
Which I understand, but I feel like the minute he put those back on, it just took the drag out of his face, and it was just Tyler again.
I didn't even recognize Tyler, though.
But I do think the hair and the outfits were really great. I agree the reveal was a little, like... Maybe we should have pulled off a full-length dress.
It should have been a full gown.
And not a mini skirt.
A mini skirt into some hot pants.
I have hot pants under my mini skirt. If you wanted to do a real big reveal, you rip off a long full-length gown to reveal the skirt, rip that off to reveal the hot pants, and rip those off to reveal a
bikini.
And that's reveal.
It's like those magicians who take off the gloves and there's another glove underneath, and it's like, my problem with Eureka is that it was a look that we've already seen before and she was really heavily praised. Everyone's saying that Frankie looked like Cynthia Lee Fontaine, but I personally saw Yuko Hamasaki.
I will concede that I enjoyed the very 90s Dynasty meets the ballroom scene pageant gowns, as tacky as they were. I really did kind of actually like them. I liked Eureka's better than I liked Frankie's. Something about Frankie's seemed off, but I think...
He looked kind of scary, too.
It was like Eureka did her makeup proportions on Frankie's face and didn't downsize them.
Miss Cracker over here doing Violet Chachki's Hello Kitty runway. Like, but I will say that her makeover looked so good. And I think the moment that sold it was when they were on the runway and he's doing the happy birthday, Mr. President. Like that was the moment where I was like, he just won them the challenge.
I didn't love Cracker's look herself. I thought physically she looked very pretty. But what I will say is that Ms. Cookie transformation, I watch Chester's videos. I enjoy Chester's voice. And I've known of Chester for a long time. When Cracker spun him around, even I was like, what? Good on Chester for taking it and then just embracing it and going ham on it, because he did. And he full on won that for Cracker. Cracker did do an amazing job at that.
But he was the one who
process,
sold it.
But he sold it, which is, it's the thing I don't think they always think about. Fortunately, Chester is a very entertaining, kind of goofy guy naturally, so that probably worked really, really well with Cracker's aesthetic. But I think a lot of queens, when they do the makeover challenge, they don't realize, like, I can't just paint this person, put them in a dress, and throw them on the runway. I need to help them discover a personality that fits with this over-the-top, larger-than-life aesthetic I have now spackled upon them.
Yeah. Cameron just looked really basic.
What I think would have at least helped Cameron's overall thing a little bit
was if they didn't look like they were gonna go to Sephora. Like, hi, I'm here to get the Anastasia palette. Oh, we're sold out. Really, Karen? Did you know that I'm a beauty insider?
I feel like Cameron could have at least spiced it up a little if she had gone for a bit of a domino thing.
Like pizza?
She had switched between them, the black and the dark and the light colors. So they kind of like completed each other in a weird way. Do you know what I mean? That would have at least made the whole thing a little more visually interesting.
And it would have completed you?
It would have completed me. Boo.
And then my other really big disappointment was in Aquaria's outfit choice, because I thought her look for Capricorn. I thought the look was really stunning, but then the way that skirt was just bolted to that top looked so messy and unfinished. It looked like one of my first garments. And it was just like, there was no cohesion.
No,
and like
there was red and white.
So Cracker won the challenge. Woo! And then Monet and Cameron had to lip sync for their life, which I'm not even gonna lie, this lip sync was like kind of boring.
Yeah.
It was a boring song, in my opinion, for a lip sync for your life. But it was just really stunty on both ends, and I was very unamused after like the first 30 seconds, and I was like, I can't wait for this to be over.
I definitely checked out.
I love both of them, but they were just not giving me what I wanted. Yeah. But you can't give 10%, you know, when you have 0% coming at you. I don't know.
That metaphor got away.
It did.
You can't give a fish when you got a chicken.
Yeah, very that.
I was gonna be upset at the end of it either way, you know?
Because I like Monet and Cameron.
I like Monet, I like Cameron. They're also the remainder of my team. So, sorry guys, I warned you at the beginning of this. By picking you, I have doomed you.
So basically at this point in the competition, I've won again, because even if Cameron wins the next challenge and one of my queens goes home, I still have 3 queens going into the top 4. I mean, realistically, at least 3 queens on my team are going to top 4. And we're at positive 40, negative 30. You have no possible chance of catching up, even with the rules we set up. Even if Cameron won the next challenge, made it into top 4, and then won the whole thing somehow, you still would not be able to beat me. You would even out at positive 10, and it would still be at like positive 60 or 70 by that point. So Monet is out, and the next challenge is split personalities. What is the like epitome of the thing you don't like about your drag character?
Well,
it's kind of strange, but I love it.
I got like 3 different things
explanations
from the trailer. It was like, it's your good side versus your evil side. It's your light side versus your dark side. It's everything you love about yourself versus everything you hate about. And I'm confused. I also really want to know how you messed this up. Barbara. Judy.
I don't want you to ever do that again. So we will catch you all next week. This trash can. Oh!
We shan't catch you next week because there is no Drag Race next week, Mother.
Yes,
it's not until the week after, June 2nd.
I don't understand.
2nd?
I don't know.
No, not June 2nd, because June 3rd is a Sunday.
I don't know. So we will see you all in 2 weeks. Thank you for watching. Bye!